Welcome back, you beautiful people. It is September 2023. So, naturally, we're taking a look back at what happened in August 2023 and where we're sitting in the first two-thirds of the year. And my, oh my, has it been a confusing year for a lot of people. As always, if you're liking what you're hearing, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you can see any of these real estate listing videos before they hit the MLS, and share this with someone who you think might be interested in what's happening in the real estate market right now. As always, you can also click that Calendly link below in the description and schedule an appointment with me for a one-on-one consultation. But let's jump right into it. In the month of August, you can see we sold a total of 1,196 properties, and that is up from August of 2022. So too is the average sale price from August of 2022. The number of units for sale is also up from August 2022. It's 9.2% more. But if you look at July, it's not up that far from July, less than 100 units more at the end of August versus at the end of July. You can see the number of sales and amount of inventory calculates to how many months of inventory we have. That's the absorption rate. That means how long will it take to sell everything that we have, provided that nothing else comes onto the market and that the rate of sales continues to be the same. An interesting number that moves pretty much monthly. Year to date combined, you can see we have sold 13.7 less houses in the first 8 months of 2023 versus 2022. I expect that margin to slowly diminish, as well as the margin below, which is the average sale price, being lower in 2023 than it was in 2022. The average month over month price went down by $42,000 in August versus in July. And that's one thing that a lot of people aren't paying attention to, is the month by month fluctuations. Big swings as the market really tries to find a balance right now. We've had, some really great highs, some really terrible lows, and just getting back into a regular seasonality. It's going to take the market some time to figure out, okay, well, yeah, here's what the number, needs to look like. We have had probably the most pronounced, not probably, definitely the most pronounced rate hike schedule that we ever have seen over the course of the last, say, year and a half. And our market continues to rally. It really is trying to do well. We've got really low supply and we still have really high demand. Even though you've got downward pressure on the demand by the interest rates, you've got upward pressure on the demand by new immigrants, people who have to move, and typical seasonality. So it'll be interesting to see sort of who wins, right? What pressure wins and what the effect has on real estate prices in Ottawa. There's two different thoughts, and you can have whichever one you like. On the residential side, you can see we sold a total of 903 properties, an increase of 7.1% from 2022, and the average price went up ever so slightly from 2022. Again, I believe those numbers will continue to increase because the end of 2022 was as the market was sort of falling off a bit of a cliff. The number of properties for sale, there is 11.6 more residential properties. But again, you can see the difference in residential properties from July 2023 to August 2023 not being significantly different, less than 100 properties more. 3 months worth of inventory. Again, that's a result of a few factors. Number one, the number of sales being lower and the inventory going up slightly. Last month, I think, was a 2.7 or so months of inventory. On the residential side, year to date, we are at a number of sales less of 12.5% and an average price point less of 8%. Again, I expect those numbers to continue to decrease. This month, the month over month numbers showed a $44,000 decrease after an $8,000 increase in the previous month. And that's spelled wrong. No spell checker. That's okay. Sales numbers are definitely higher than last year, but quite low compared to the 5-year average. The prices will start to look like they're coming back into line because, last year's were falling a lot better. The absorption rate is slowly creeping up as we do add more inventory that doesn't sell, which is more typical of summertime than fall. So we'll see if that starts to balance out and the seasonality starts to sort of affect change. And that recent rate hold might have a positive effect on some buyers' confidence overall. On the condo side, in the month of August, you can see the number of sales is up again by 2.1%. The average price is up by 0.9%. The inventory is 1.6% more, so almost negligible in terms of amount more. And again, amount more than July. It's only 2 units more at the end of July. We are definitely in a seller's market with 2.2 months of inventory. To get to a balanced market, you need to hit to about 4 months of inventory, between 4 and let's say 6 months of inventory. More than 6 months of inventory is an absolute buyer's market, where low ball offers reign supreme. Haven't seen that in a long time in Ottawa, at least 10 years. And who knows, maybe that's where we're headed. Time will tell. So on the year to date, on the condo side, you can see we've sold less condos by 17.2%. I would stress that that is a high looking number because the number of sales units are so low, right? You can see 3,000 versus 2,500 still looks like a significant drop at 17.2%. But when you think about, oh, well, it's only 500 condos different in 8 months. That's not a huge swing. Average price down by 5.5% as well. And again, I expect those numbers to slowly sort of close the gap. Condo segment is down by $10,000 month over month after being down by $13,000 last month as well. More low-end condos selling, fewer high-end units selling, and such a small sample size. Like I said, these month over month swings are expected. Issues of sort of affordability, lifestyle preferences will continue to support the growth in the condo segment. So if you would like to book your own private consultation, as always, you can book that below with the Calendly link. Book right into my calendar. If you're liking what you're hearing, hit that like button. If you'd like, and you have not already done it, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with what's going on. And share this with somebody who you think might be interested in this type of information. As always, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to have a chat with you and your family about whether you're buying, selling, investing, whatever it is. I'm happy to chat. It's, a lot of this is really particular. It's really overall. But once you start getting down into the areas, all of these things are sort of thrown out the window. So call me. The number, as always, 1-888-REAL585. And until then, keep it real, collective.